those people in Dragonball Z need to do fusing to get stronger and it could beat the people or the villain. Time to fight now, it's kind of is, but kind of not at the same time. But yeah, I'm gonna start with kind of is because it's more easy to explain than kind of not. It's kind of is because we can have two people part of them, part together, make it like let's say maybe 50,000 part over and like 58,000 part of them. So 58 have to roll the part over to 50,000 part together make 100,000. But with there's one problem I think is I don't think they can increase part over after they get in the fusing. If they can, so like 100,000 Pocket puts maybe another 100,000, like 100,000 times Super Saiyan or whatever the power up is. So it might get increased like double power up if that's the case. If you could do that, so it can help a lot, but I don't think it can do that. I think it has to be the same part of it as the other person. We start with they say in the anime say both of them need to be in the same power level, which means that to be the same power level as Super Saiyan. If one mess up, then that will separate from its body. The fusion says fusion, basically two person combine in one whole person. If one part of it is off and the other one, they could say like one is underpowered, the other one to be super skinny, or one is overpowered, as opposed to be super chubby. Depends on the power. It depends who is more powerful, who's more weak. So like we see Gold Tank for example, they try not because the power is off, they kind of mess with their own power to figure out which one they'll work with. But the problem is they mess up the finger. They try to do kind of like the actually pawn to pawn, but so a lot of times they did like that, so they connect the fusing, the terrible fusing. It is really necessary to do fusing against the other viewings. Go things for Super Brew. It is necessary to tell the brew absorb Piccolo and Gold tanks, so they get power over them. But it's risky if they need to like separate before that happen, because of course Brew will get the Gold tanks power if they do separate each other. Brew will only get like if they do separate they get Trunks or Gold tank power over. So mainly Gohan have better chance to beat Super Brew, which that he gets off first, so that Chris will destroy Gold tanks. So that's not really prove anything there, but I'll try to say Gold tanks as first together reach the both of real powerful Saiyans. They get to Super Saiyan 3, but they use too much injury that will make the power freezing time right now, because I think they say for half hour or 1 hour, but use Super Saiyan 3 that make the time drain away faster. So there's this point is to do fusing. If you need to know like to beat the enemy in 1 hour or a half hour, I forget how long it is, so I have to do the job really quick. Which they did try to do it another time chambering, so maybe like a very long time, and that speed the 1 hour outside, it's like one wheel in that chambering. So it's more quicker that way. So it's kind of dumb to fight in there because they use simply from fusion like that. So, but with Goku and Vegeta, that's a different story because they know how to finish people like that. There's not a problem with fusion is, yes they have the same personality, but they're kind of like off balance still, because it takes one move to screw someone up. And Goku and Vegeta will have the better chance to screw up than Gold tanks, which the Goku and Vegeta know how to work together, but they'll fight each other a lot. So we can take one move to screw someone up. But for Goku and Vegeta, it's necessary for them to do it because that will finish the fight like that. If Goku doesn't want to tow around with enemy, but Vegeta want to destroy the internet right there. So it's not necessary for them. But gold tanks, they're too young to do fusion because they like to play around. They'll be secret. The fusion will run off before they get serious. So that's why we have Pickle there to supervise them to get their act together. It's fusion really necessary. It depends on the person. If you need to get the job done, you need to get people who get the job done really quick, like Vegeta and Goku. If not, if you don't get anyone serious now, like now, so fusion is useless because you're gonna turn around. They can be using the time all the time out before it gets serious or before that. So I want to say it depends on the person. It depends. Like it depends on the situation. It is, but it's not. It's all the way. But the earrings is the way to go because I think earrings will last longer than frozen dance. The frozen dance is like hour or 1 hour, and I think the earrings, people who are not immortal, I think they're good for maybe, I think 2-3 hours to get each hour to there. But if you want mornings, you have to really think like that because once you put the earrings on, you're gonna be there for good. So you have to make sure you want to fuse them together. So I want to say before in this video, which I think is better, the fuse dance or the earrings. If we need to get something done really quick, like we need to get something done really quick, but the dance takes a long time than earrings. Earrings is more easier to use, like quicker to use than the fuse dance because like it takes me like 5 seconds to get to the first dance. The earrings are the opponent it takes a couple seconds, like boom, like that. But first dance take like maybe 10-15 seconds, so that's easy. Someone can easily get a chip set on someone. Earrings like 5 seconds, so less time to do that. So it's the best way to use the earrings. If you fuse it really quick. If you have a lot of time to learn, if you don't need finish like right there, and you forget earrings, yes, first dance is there too. But first dance, it's real hard. If one mess up, you guys just recover freezing. But earrings is automatic, right there, boom, freezing together, like, easy. So it's not. It's really hard. It is like it is a strategy you could probably have ahead, but it shouldn't be your number one strategy in the future. It should be like maybe your fourth or fifth strategy you need to do. If something like if nothing working, then you gotta use freezing. If not, do something else. But it shouldn't be your number one strategy all the time. That's pretty much all I'm talking about. Is freezing it's really necessary? It is, it's not. So it's up to you guys. It depends on how you feel and how it's going. So that's pretty much it. So peace.